and I went and blackmailed him to the point where I'm about to get sued by your fiance. She's about to come up and get me fired from my job, all that shit over years of friendship, and now you're like fucking throwing me under the bus to marry her. Nigga. Okay, I just made this fucking story time and I was talking so fucking much that the corner of my mouth was starting to get white, like, bruh. Okay, hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So really quick fucking disclaimer, as y'all know, some shit that was going down with me, but I had my whole long ass hiatus off YouTube. I'm tired of hiding the shit. Like, I mean, it's not none of y'all business, but at the same time, I feel like y'all deserve to know, and it's a really good story time. So I'm gonna go ahead and spill the fucking tea because niggas need that. I need that. I need that. So yeah, I feel like I was actually gonna make a fake friend video, but this is way more appropriate. Like, I feel like this is just a little bit more relatable than a fake friend that's super vague and just doesn't really make any sense to anyone. So this is gonna be a story time about how my best friend of a fucking very long time, 6-7 years, scammed the fuck out of me. And this shit's really fucked up. Scammed me out of a friendship, scammed me out of my cell phone, scammed me out of just a year off YouTube. Like, I've just been scammed all the fucking around. So as y'all know, I had a friend, let's call him Jared. Let's call this nigga Jared. So Jared was my friend of like 6 or 7 years. My ride or, well, I thought he was my ride or fucking die, to the point where, like, you know, I really was fucking with him heavy. Just made me feel like really like he had my back and shit, especially when you move to a new city and you don't know anyone. This nigga's like going out his way to help me and shit. There was one point in time where I was writing on my Tumblr teas, as y'all know, and you know, y'all were hyping. I was talking about a lot of guys that I date. That's what I talk about on my Tumblr teas. At that point in time when I invented my Tumblr teas, I had just got dumped by my ex-boyfriend, and I was doing like a lot of serial Tinder dates, like Tinder dates. And y'all was just like, yo, like, why don't you date Jared? We love Jared. Jared's awesome. Why not be with him? Because y'all are just perfect and he treats you like a queen and all this shit. So I was like, at first I was just like not even fucking with the idea because I had already tried to be in a relationship with him and he kind of curved me. But it seemed like everything that we were doing at the point, or like at that point in time, seemed really fresh and new, and I felt like he was like giving me a lot of signs that he liked me. So I don't know, I felt like it was just my time to like speak up and just tell him how I felt. Just like, okay, well, I was internalizing it a lot to the point where I felt like I was in love with him. And I went and told him that, and I told him on the phone, and he said, Janelle, like, this is a lot of information, I'm gonna have to like hit you back on that one. Whole 7 days later, he called me back and was like, yeah, it's not gonna work out in that fashion because it's really poor timing, but I feel like in the future it can work out between us because it's just bad timing. Basically, that's what he was saying. It was just bad, really bad timing. So I'm thinking, okay, well, and in a sense I wanted to confront him about that because I had also met someone else. Anyways, I wanted to confront him anyway because I had met someone else who had a lot of husband qualities that I really liked, but I also had this underlying feeling for Jared. So I said, okay, well, I can't pursue anything with anyone else unless I get this off my chest. So he curved me again, and he basically told me, like, you know, we should continue to just be friends. You know, it's just bad timing. So I'm like, but he just made me feel like in the future we could be together. Like in the next couple of months we could be together. It's just some shit like that. He just said he had a lot on his plate. I was just like, okay, well, it is what it is. My heart was broken, of course. Like, it felt like shit. It felt like shit the whole fucking 7 days I was waiting. But anyways, I moved on with the shit. That was when I like didn't have a job. And then I got a job with a cell phone, a major cell phone company, whatever. And they, I don't know, they were giving me half off of everything. So I got a whole new cell phone plan. And I invited him to come onto my cell phone plan because this nigga was like walking around with a whole flip phone. Like a fucking flip phone. Like a clack, like one of them, nigga. Let me help you out because you're supposed to be my best friend. I can't have you walking around with a fucking flip phone. So let me help you out, pretty much. So I got him on a plan with me, brand new iPhone, everything, and I was like, you just pay your portion of the bill and we'll be straight. So he was like, okay, cool. I told our mutual best friend about it, and mutual best friend was like, no, that's the worst idea possible. And I was like, why? She's like, what if something happens with y'all? And I was like, why would something happen? Like, that's just so weird. Like, why would something happen? Like, no, we're A1. I'm thinking me and this nigga is so fucking tight to the point where every other potential man that came into my life, I had a disclaimer. Hey, Jared is my fucking best friend. He's been my best friend for fucking years, and he's not going anywhere, because I had a lot of other boyfriends that was like really uncomfortable with me being best friends with Jared, like a man, and they were just like, stop talking to him. And I would stop talking to him, and that created like a rift between me and Jared, and it was just really bad. So I promised him that I would never put him aside for another man, especially when all those men happen to be temporary. So I was like, you know what, it's either, you know, you accept who my friends are, or you can fuck off. And that's what I told every single potential guy. So that's how heavy I thought I was fucking with this dude, because I was like, it's my best friend, he's not fucking going anywhere, accept it or not. So moving forward, after I put him on my plan, like a month later, he hit me up and was like, hey, can you do me a favor or whatever? And I was like, what? Can you just like meet up with my girlfriend, please? Because she's like, I guess she went through my phone and saw you in there, and she's just like doesn't know who you are, and you know, just want to just clear some things up. Just tell her that you're my friend, like, you know, just meet up with her, tell her you're my friend, all that shit. So I'm thinking, what? Like, you want me to go tell your girlfriend that I didn't just confess my love for you last month, that I don't have any current feelings for you now, and that we're just friends and we're just like helping each other out, whatever. Okay, I'll do that. Like, me thinking I'm being a good friend, because like, why would I not do that? You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know, in my head I was just thinking, yeah, okay, I'll do that, whatever. So later on that day, yeah, there ain't nothing in here. Later on that day, his girlfriend hits me up and is like, I guess she actually finds my Instagram page, and she's like, hey, I'm, you know, Jared's girlfriend, can you please like hit me up? I would like to talk to you, or I would like to meet up with you. And I was just like, okay. So I, you know me, I'm not gonna just reply to a random DM. I'm gonna go do some investigations. So I click on her fucking page. Of course it's private, but she has just enough in the bio. This bitch says engaged with a little ring emoji, whatever. And I'm like, engaged? So I converse with mutual best friend, and I'm just like, wait, she's engaged to Jared? And mutual best friend is like, yeah, you didn't know? And I was like, huh? Like, bitch, no, I didn't know. Like, you know, I just confessed my love for this nigga a month ago. Like, no, I didn't even know he had a girlfriend, let alone engaged to be married. Like, I think like super soon, like that, like I think it was like a couple months away. I was so taken aback from this shit. And my mutual best friend already knew, which completely pissed me off. I was just like, what the fuck? Like, you're supposed to tell me shit like this. I didn't even know he had a girlfriend, let alone he's about to be married. That makes me so mad. But then on top of that, what made me even more mad is because my mutual best friend already fucking knew, because she was planning the wedding. Like, what the fuck? Of course I'm thinking like, what? So anyways, I put that shit aside. I hit her back up and was like, hey, if you want to like meet up, that's fine. What time, when, what, like whatever. She never replied back to me, and I was talking to Jared and he never replied back to me. So I was kind of like, okay. On the other side of Georgia, shit was going down. Niggas was doing research. Like, this girl, after she found my Instagram, my YouTube link was linked under my bio. She went on my YouTube, watched probably all my videos, found my Tumblr teas with my dates and shit like that, and found that I really liked Jared. So she found everything else about me dating other guys and me really liking Jared, and Jared throwing me subs and like fucking, I don't even think I use like that word right, but throwing me all kinds of hints that he's feeling me too, and he's like, you know, very interested in me too, like flirting back with me. This nigga was stringing me along for years, but I felt like it was different this year. Girlfriend slash fiance found out my Tumblr and is highly upset with Jared and pissed, like just pissed, like don't know what to do, like it's all bad, bitch. So you need to like come fix this shit. And I'm like, I need to fix it. Like, I don't even know what's going on. Like, I just found out like yesterday they were married. Like, I don't even understand what's going on, whatever. And they were just like, okay, well, what you need to do is meet up with her because they are getting married and they need to get married, so you need to meet up with her and basically, you know, tell her, you know, everything's cool, like it's not like that no more, like this and a blah blah blah. So I'm thinking, what? Like, okay, I guess. But at the same time, mutual best friend and Jared was doing a little thing talking to girlfriend slash fiance, telling her that I'm crazy, I'm obsessed with Jared, I'm like just a crazy person, like I don't know, just basically showing them that I'm fucking crazy and I'm obsessed with him, and that's why I'm putting it on a blog, because I'm crazy and I'm not right in the head and all shit like that. And I'm just like, when I found out about this, I basically found out about it because they wanted me like to play along with it when I met up with her. So they're basically telling me like the game plan, how I needed to act when I met with her. And I was just like, no, like, no, I'm not fucking crazy. I'm not obsessed about him. He has a flip phone, a whole flip phone. Nigga, you had a flip phone. I know she's gonna watch this. I know someone's gonna fucking watch it. But I just want you to know, from the bottom of my heart, that you still have a flip phone any fucking ways. So I said no, like I'm not gonna do that, like I'm not doing that, like sorry, no, I'm gonna tell her everything because I'm not fucking crazy. I remember there was like parts to it, because at first I agreed to meet up with her the first time when she reached out to me. Then the second time they asked me to go along with it, and I was just like, no, I'm not doing that because I'm not fucking crazy. And they called off the whole fucking thing. And they were also telling her like, hey, don't meet up with her or do not like contact her because she's really feisty. Like she's really gonna want to fight you. She's like really stubborn. She's not even gonna try and listen to you. Like she's going to want to fight you, whatever. And they were also telling me, because we had each other's direct contact at this point, but they were just basically telling both of us that, you know, the other person is crazy, they're gonna want to fight you, this and blah blah blah. So they were telling me like, don't talk to her because she's gonna fly up to your job and fight you and blow up the whole spot. So I was like, I don't want her to come to my job with this bullshit. Like this doesn't even, like, it's really nothing to do with me, it's really between y'all two. At this point it didn't click in my head like this nigga is out here living a whole double life, because whenever I called on this nigga and needed him, he was fucking here in 30 minutes, like, and that nigga lived 45 minutes away. So you explain to me how the fuck he was here in 30 minutes. So basically they were just trying to cover that whole he cheated, like kind of just bring it back down, like to bring it down a notch, like he didn't really cheat on you, she's just fucking crazy. Like, but I did feel a ways about him, and I was just kind of like, I feel bad. They made me feel like it was completely my fault. So of course I'm feeling like I want to fix it because it's my best friend, he's about to get fucking married, like I want him to marry the girl of his dreams, whoever that is. Like I'm not a fucking complete bitch, like I have feelings, but it's apparently bigger than me. So yeah, go ahead, get married. I just remember trying to do everything in my fucking power to make sure that she felt comfortable enough to marry him, which is honestly a my bad on my part, because he was obviously not a good guy. He led a whole fucking double life for years. And the sad part about it, God bless America, because this bitch was also in the military, so she would be away. I get in my head, I'm thinking this how this was. She would be away, and then he would do his little thing, and then she would come back, and he'd be a good guy again. And that's just like, God, she went to go fight for our country, and you went and treated her like this. You're not a goddamn American. But yeah, so that just kind of made it even worse. And I can't even really remember how we concluded that. I just remember like feeling like really bad. I deleted my whole Tumblr. I was about to delete my channel too, but something was telling me don't do that. I came to the conclusion like, you know what, I'm just gonna like be a little bit more careful. I'm gonna delete all my fucking receipts, and I deleted my whole fucking Tumblr, which I really wish I never did, because I'm only just now starting to realize it wasn't my fault. Maybe I had the receipts, but it wasn't really my fault, because I wasn't the one cheating, I wasn't the one scamming, and I wasn't the one fucking being a hoe. You know, everything calmed down. He wanted to talk to me after he was calm, and I didn't want to talk to him for some reason, or vice versa. One of the two. We never really met up, me and Jared, we never met up to talk about everything. It just kind of calmed down. But eventually Jared stopped paying his phone bill. So now I'm paying for like his line, and I'm paying for his phone and all that shit. And I'm just like, this is not cool. Like, you need to pay your phone bill. So I'm texting him on his fancy brand new phone. Finally, I'm messaging a nigga. He doesn't reply. He turned his read receipts off, and I felt ways. Let me stop. But yeah, like, he stopped replying. He just really didn't like communicate with me anymore. Like, that's what all we talked about was the phone bill. Like, after that, it just felt like a bad divorce. So he just didn't talk to me about that anything besides the phone bill. I'd be like, yours, like, the phone bill's due. He'd be like, how much? I'd be like, this much. He'd be like, okay, it's paid. The money's in your bank account. That's just our relationship after everything hit the fan. Eventually, he stopped talking to me, and he stopped paying the phone bill. So I reached out to him several times for like 2 months. I was trying to give this nigga a chance, because like I said, I felt really, really bad. I felt like everything was my fault, and I didn't want to like stir problems up more because he wasn't paying the phone bill. So I said, look, if you're gonna not pay the phone bill, then I'm gonna have to get the phone back. I'm suspending the line. This is just the way it has to be, because you're not keeping up your end of the bargain, whatever. He never replied. So eventually I decided to cut the service off, because I was just like my current boo was like, what the fuck? Like, I can't believe you're dealing with any of this shit. Like, this just doesn't make any sense to me. I feel like you still have feelings for him. All this shit. I was just like, fuck. Like, maybe I still do have feelings for this nigga. Like, let me just be a woman and just do what needs to be done. Like, start making some moves to get some results. I cut the service off in like October. For some reason, what they're telling me is that the service didn't actually cut off till December, which I don't believe, because I work for the company. It's usually immediately, like before a person walks out the store, their service is cut off. So that didn't make any sense to me. Maybe he just didn't realize it for that long, or maybe he was only doing like iPhone to iPhone communication. Mutual best friend hits me up and is like, bitch, I got the fucking tea. What you need to do is step outside from your job, because I know you're at work right now. You need to step outside and listen to me. Do not say anything until I'm finished, because I know you're like gonna start getting mad. You're gonna be really stubborn and not listen to me. You need to hear the whole thing. What you need to do right now is put Jared's line back on service, because you suspended the service and you reported his phone stolen. And yes, I did, because technically you're not paying for the bill, and this phone is mine. It's all in my name. So yes, you need to give up my fucking phone, or it's gonna be reported stolen. And I really could have took the next step and went to the police and said that shit, but I didn't. I just was trying to get something out of him so he could pay his bill. That's the best, that was the best outcome for me. That's what I needed him to do, is pay the fucking bill. I was like, no, I'm not reporting, like, I'm not restoring any service. He needs to pay the bill. So she's like, okay, I'm gonna go tell Jared. So Jared comes back and tells her whatever, and she tells me that now the girlfriend is mad. She's gonna sue you. She's gonna sue the shit out of you. Oh, actually, that's what you told me initially the first time. She was like, she's gonna sue the shit out of you because you reported the phone stolen when it's not stolen. You suspended the service and you blacklisted him from your entire company. So now he can't get any service with anyone, anywhere at all, forever. And I was just like, bitch, what? Like, what are you talking about? I didn't do that. And she was like, that's what she's saying. And now she's talking to a lawyer and she's getting legal advice and she's thinking about moving forward with it, whatever. And I was like, what? So, you know me, I'm freaking out. So I go to my manager, who is dope as fuck. I'm not gonna tell his name because maybe y'all see him in a video, because he's so fucking awesome. Like, I love him. Like, he's like my dog. So anyways, he was like, nah, chill out. Like, don't even sweat it, Slim Dom, because that's what they call me at work. So like, don't even sweat it, Slim Dom. Like, they can't do nothing. They can't make no moves on you, whatever, because everything's in your name. I was like, cool. So I went back, told mutual friend that, and mutual friend's like, no, bitch, you're not listening to me. She's about to fucking sue you. Hyping this shit up even more. Like, she's about to fucking sue you. Like, she's talking to a lawyer. She has her lawyer already. Like, they're about to move forward with it. You need to just put the service back on. And I was like, no, I'm not restoring no fucking service. He needs to pay the bill. Like, she can't do nothing. I was like, matter of fact, let me talk to her, whatever. She's like, no, because she's gonna come to your job, she's gonna beat your ass or whatever. Like, she's gonna fucking fight you and you're gonna get fired from your job. Like, that's what she kept bringing it down to. You're gonna get fired from your job because of this whole shit. What you need to do, and you're gonna get sued on top of that. So I'm thinking, I'm gonna get fired, I'm about to get sued, like, I'm already bored. Look. Oh yeah, I did on Instagram. I reached out to her and shit, let me pull up the receipts, bitch. Let me pull up the receipts. Let me pull up the receipts. That's what that bitch is about to do. Pull up the fucking receipt. So I think if somebody blocks or deletes you off Instagram, it deletes the receipts. apparently. I don't know. I don't have the DMs anymore. I just couldn't find it. Reached out to her and said, hey, I'm not trying to fucking war with you. If you want to sue me, I'll sue you right back, bitch. Like, what's up? If you want to fix this, then we can. I'm tired of like playing messenger. Like, if you want to come directly to me or talk to me directly, here's my number, whatever. So she hits me up and she's like, look, I'm not trying to sue you or anything like that. Or she's like, I don't really want to move forward. I don't want no problems. I just want service back on for him. He tells me that you blacklisted him from the entire company. Obviously that's a problem, and I will sue you if, you know, you actually did that. And I was like, bitch, hold up. First of all, if you want to take it down to that, I will sue the shit out of him first. Like, ain't gonna be no counter suit, bitch. I'm gonna sue the fuck out of you first because you have my phone. Secondly, I didn't blacklist him from shit because actually I don't have no authority to do that. Like, I don't have his social, I don't have none of that shit. I was like, no, I didn't do that. Matter of fact, he told me the reason why he has to be on my phone plan anyway, even though I offered it. He said, bitch, you're lying. I was like, bitch, yes. Like, that's what that nigga told me. He told me that he can't fucking be on any phone service because he didn't pay his fucking bill for several different cell phone services and all his shit is in collections. Bitch, you lying. Girl, I'm about to go to work, but before I go to work, I'm gonna confront this nigga and I'm gonna fucking call you back. So please answer my fucking phone call because it's about to go down and I need some more tea. That's why. That's what the bitch said. She said she needed some more tea. So I was like, girl, call me anytime because I'm tired of this nigga. Like, that was the last fucking straw. This nigga really threw me under the bus. Said I was crazy. I was obsessed, and then I went and blackmailed him to the point where I'm about to get sued by your fiance. She's about to come up and get me fired from my job. All that shit over years of friendship, and now you're like fucking throwing me under the bus to marry her. So at this point, I'm not team Jared anymore. I'm saying fuck Jared. I'm tired of protecting you. Like, wow, you really fucking are you're co-signing your fiance to sue the shit out of me after I try to help you out. I was done with that shit at that point. I was like, nah, nigga, you can go fuck yourself, bro. Like, that's just ridiculous. And you have a flip phone. Like, I don't want us to ever forget that. Hashtag, he had a flip phone, bro. He wasn't even trapping, but you have a flip phone. She confronted him, whatever, and somehow he still didn't like confess. I thought that would be the thing that made him confess to everything, but he still somehow just swerved his way around the truth, and she believed his. She was like, I don't know what to believe, but even though she knows, like I know, and she knew she was gonna believe this nigga anyway. So she called me back later and told me that, and she wanted to know more. So I told her everything from A to Z. I told her from the Tumblr thing down to I didn't even know they were together, down to I didn't know they were about to get married, down to fucking like I didn't know any of this shit. And he led me on the whole fucking time, and I tried to be a good fucking friend, back the fuck off, but at the same time give him cell phone service because he was walking around with a flip phone. New kicks, new sneakers, but a flip phone. Like, let us never forget this nigga had a flip phone. So I told her everything, and she was like, wow, like this is crazy, like I don't know what to think, like this is really, really wild. I might have to like talk to her, whatever. So mutual best friend, I don't remember if this is the point in time or if it was later on, but I remember she got mad at me because I went and fucking spilled the tea. Jared went back to her, was super mad because I was telling her the truth of everything. Mutual best friend came back to me and was mad at me because I was conversing with her, and I was like, basically me and this bitch put the fucking pieces together. Like, we were telling, like, first thing that she told me was like, I didn't want to call you, I didn't want to talk to you because they told me that you were gonna beat me up or we were gonna fight, and if you want to fight, bitch, we could fight, but I'm not even trying to fight, I'm just trying to get down to the business, whatever. And she's telling me her whole fucking life story about how she moved from New York to come down for this nigga, and she's in the military, so she's gone, but then she's here, and then she has no family or friends down here, and she lives with his family, and their lives are really interconnected. Just like, you sacrifice so much for this nigga that's not treating you the way you're supposed to, like living a double life. This nigga's living a double life and cheating on you and shit, basically. That's what I would tell her. That's what I tell her. That's what I fucking tell me before I married this nigga. Like, that's what I would want. So at this point, I'm kind of like team her and not team Jared, even though he was my best friend. And I'm like, bitch, you need to make an informed decision. You need to know if you really want to marry this man or not, because that's some trifling shit. And I'm not telling her what I would do, but I'm just giving her the facts so she can make an informed decision, you know, because that's a lot of shit to take in. I think she told mutual best friend that she was going back to New York, she was done with this nigga, wedding's called off, like everything's fucking done. So I'm thinking, you a smart hoe. You a smart hoe, because this nigga, wow, it's been years that this shit was happening for. So anyways, I'm not gonna lie, after me and her talked, I was keeping up on her Instagram just to see what was going on, because at this point I'm feeling a little bit more empowered now. I'm starting to realize this shit's not my fault. He's a cheater. He's a fucking cheater. Fuck this guy. Like, women unite, because what the fuck? Like, why am I defending this man? You know what I'm saying? Defending this man that was cheating on you made me feel like I had a chance with him. Essentially cheated on me too, if you will. Fiance. I didn't like have to tell her anything anymore. Or she was calling me. She kept calling me to get more tea, and I didn't want to, like, I remember at some point I didn't want to tell all, but then eventually I decided to tell all because I was like, fuck this guy. But she just wanted more and more and more, and I'm like, bitch, I have a whole life, I have a job, I have things I need to do, I have a whole man, like, I'm tired of giving this energy. So I stopped answering her calls, and I remember she went back to mutual best friend, and she started, like, she got really upset that I stopped answering her calls, whatever. So I'm not gonna lie, I was stalking her Instagram for a little bit. My mutual best friend told me some tea on them. I can't really remember what the tea was. She told me some tea on them, and I was like, what? And that's when I went to go look back on Instagram, and I was like, they're gonna get engaged again? Like, this is bullshit. Like, no, he doesn't deserve this. Like, I just felt so vindictive. I'm not gonna lie, I did feel really vindictive, but at the same time I felt like she deserved to know the truth. Sent her a text. Maybe this is where I'm wrong, I don't know, y'all can tell me. But I sent her a text and I said, those who don't hear will feel. And if you're Jamaican, you know, if you're island, then you know what that means. It basically said, like, if I tell it to you once, and I tell it to you twice, and I tell it to you 3 times, and you still don't fucking listen to what I have to say, then you will feel it in the end. That's basically what it means. And I said that to her, and she was like, what the fuck are you sending me? Like, what the fuck does this mean? Like, you, like, need to stay fucking away from me because you're fucking crazy, you're obsessed with my man, and this and that, blah blah blah, all this shit. And I was like, you're so stupid. Like, I didn't even say anything to her. And then mutual best friend called me. She's mad because she told me some tea and I wasn't supposed to, like, react off of it. And I get that's true, I did react off of it, which I shouldn't have, and I probably should have just fucking mind my business after that. But the fiance had called me and was like, what are you talking about? And I started telling her, like, you're being really fucking stupid. Like, this man cheated on you for 7 years, the whole time you were together. Like, why do you want to marry him now? Like, nothing's gonna change. Like, if he came into the marriage cheating on you, he's gonna do it, continue doing it, you know? That's basically what I told her. Maybe I was out of line for telling her that, but I just really felt for this bitch. I was like, God, you're so stupid. Like, you're really fucking dumb. So essentially that's what I told her, and she kind of was listening to me at first, and then she kind of, like, wanted to keep the conversation going for days, and I wasn't with it. I said my piece and I was done, and she just got upset again that I wasn't answering her phone calls, and then she just proceeded with the wedding anyway. So that's what happened. And I'm pretty sure me having put this video out again might stir some shit up again. I don't fucking know, maybe it will, but I'm just like, fuck this guy. Like, honestly, this deserved a story time because it was really fucking good, and I feel like I can move on with my life now and make other story times and do other things. Yeah, crazy, right? Oh, the part I got scammed at what make this a scamming story is that he didn't pay his fucking phone bill. God damn it, I'm still stuck with the phone. I'm still stuck paying for this shit. He gave up the phone, but I still have to make payments on it, and I still have to fucking, like, pay for that shit. So he scammed me out of that. So that's your scamming part, and I'm not with that shit because I'm the scammer here. I scam niggas. Niggas don't scam me. The fuck?